Just right here in this tree right there.
Still have any battery left?
Yeah, it should.
You got a bunch of them, don't you?
Yeah, I've actually, two of these are new. And I was actually going to retire a couple of the older ones I got.
Oh, yeah.
They're not as good. Battery's almost dead.
Yeah, it chimed out pretty good then.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that Chris was talking about.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I'm looking at those and the one I got.
Uh-huh.
I really don't know a whole lot about them. I just thought I'd get the other one shot.
Mm-hmm. There's probably not much difference in the one you got in these.
Right. They're all probably around the same thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to get that fancy one working and put it up there somewhere, like out by the feeder or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he's talking about adding another couple of cameras to that system.
Oh, yeah?
They can add cameras to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's gonna put one out. He's got motion detectors.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to, you know what they used to do when he first put the motion detectors out? They would turn them around, back, facing the other way.
Yeah.
Right? And now they don't mess with them.
Uh-huh.
I think it's getting to be like almost like a habituation thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting used to it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so I got that camera. This is the one taking photos. It was facing down the river. So it was facing down the river that way.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Yeah. I kind of expect to get some pretty good orbs flying through there too.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my other one.
See if I can find a track.
All right. Alright, here's my other camera. I'm gonna walk over here and get in it. And then I got a bag. I'm gonna take this backpack off then, and I'll get these cameras put in the bag. So this one's taking videos. I got where I try to always hold the phone in front of it. You can see the time and date. Alright, so this camera's been sitting here taking videos. So I got where I try to always hold the phone in front of it, so you can see the time and date. This one, when I first had it set up and was using it with Chris Connor and that 10 experiment, I had it on 2024, and I don't know how I missed that. The other one I had set right. The other one was 2025, and then still I didn't realize it when I went out with Jason and we went back there and refilmed. Let me turn it off. And then let's see what this one. This one the batteries are almost dead. Alright, so these batteries weren't brand new either when I set this up. I had already been using them from doing the 10 experiment and then going out with Jason, and also had was using these two with Jason with the a couple nights there when we camped out. I was setting these up to see if we caught anything at night. So these batteries wasn't brand new when I brought them out here 3 weeks ago. So these cameras have been here for 3 weeks. I'm going to take my backpack off, and I got some bags I want to put these in.
Before it gets cool again, I'll probably get me another couple.
Yeah.
With some locks and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to use them and set them out.
Yeah.
I've had people comment, like I recently had a guy comment on one of my videos saying it's a waste of time putting the cameras out, that you're not going to catch anything. But he obviously don't watch any of my videos, because I catch orbs and stuff on them.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're gonna catch the animals and stuff moving around, and you're gonna know what kind of animals they're gonna have for food source.
Visiting a certain area.
Yeah.
What their diet might consist of.
That's right, yeah, their food sources and what kind of animals they might be following around.
That's probably mostly the people that, and you know, there's not half as many as there used to be that just think it's just an ape.
Yeah.
Because remember, everybody used to be just about that in that camp.
That's right, yeah, they did.
And there's more paranormal, I think, now than...
I think so too, yeah.
You need me to carry something?
No, I got it.
If
Okay.
you do,
Yeah, I got it.
I'll do it. That was a pretty good idea. You can drop them off at the truck as we go by the other place.
Yeah. I'll put them in the truck. Yeah, and not carry them the whole time.
One more, huh?
Yeah, there's one more back here. We walked right by it a while ago. Here's that other one. Alright, here's my third camera. And it's taking videos.
Good views.
Yeah, that's pretty open up in there. So this one's facing up in there. Alright, so this one's facing up in there. And again, I'm going to hold the phone up in front of it. I like doing that, like I said, to show the date and time. Try to make sure they're lined up. At least within a couple minutes. Right, so let's check this out. Okay, memory card's still there. Because this one don't have an outside lock on it. Okay, batteries are still good on this one. Alright, so we'll take these home and see what we get. Should be pretty interesting here. So these locks here, I had 4 of these. So I put a piece of tape, different color tape on each key, and put that color on the lock. Did a color coding. And then we go get Joey's camera. I got one of my locks on his camera. Alright, so if you're not using game cameras in your research, you really should be. Because you're gonna you might get something weird or odd. Like I catch a lot of orbs. I've caught an orb carrying a deer off. I know that's strange. That sounds weird and strange, but I've actually caught that on game camera. And then too, like me and Joey were talking about, you're gonna know the animals that are moving around through here. It'll help you with tracking. Like with around here we have deer and hogs. It'll help you determine if you're seeing a deer track or a hog track. And if you see the animal on camera, it'll help you to see what the tracks look like out here in the wild. A lot of people do have a problem with mixing up the deer and the hog tracks, not being able to realize which one's which sometimes. It can be kind of hard sometimes to tell the difference. So there's a lot of reasons that you should be using game cameras and not just thinking, oh, it's a waste of time. I had one viewer, I don't think he watched any of my other videos. He just watched the one, or watched part of it, and then said I was wasting my time using game cameras. So he obviously doesn't research, because that's a lot of information there and data that you can collect. You can collect on data and information in your research there, and it'll help you with your tracking skills. Alright, so that's where the camera was, and then we have it was facing up in there. So this is an old trail through here, but it doesn't look like it's used any. That's why I didn't think anybody would see my game camera. When I set it up right there on that tree, I didn't think anybody would see it. This is a real old trail here. And then I like that it's had an open area up in here. Now also, game cameras are not perfect. I might catch something on this game camera and not catch something on the one that was right up the trail. They're not always perfect. Alright. So we're going to take these cameras back to the truck, and then we're going to head deeper in and back to where Joey's camera is. And Joey's camera's back in an area called Devil's Creek. And hopefully he's got some pretty good stuff on his camera too. That's a real isolated area back in there. Alright.